Good morning, day 63. Oh, I'm losing track. It's been so long. Well, some steamy hot coffee will wake me up. So today I'm just going to do some more cleaning up because I made quite a mess. So I'm still wrestling with the paperwork on my kitchen table. And I don't know why I just can't seem to get through that. I guess I find it kind of boring. So anyway, I'll have some coffee, and I made some banana muffins yesterday. And I didn't share that because I tried something different. And it was really kind of a weird experiment. So I'll show you later what I used when I figure out what I'm having for breakfast. But in the meantime, it's time for day 63, breakfast. So I made some muffins yesterday, banana muffins. I had 3 very ripe bananas, and I used some of this homemade yogurt and as a substitute for buttermilk, and I used some of this aquafaba, which is bean water, for eggs. 3 tablespoons equal 1 egg. The recipe isn't epic, but it's something that you could use if you didn't have dairy or some other ingredients that you need. So you can always go online and check substitutions and come up with some ideas of things that you do have that you can use to make something totally different. So I think I'm going to finish this up for dinner tonight. I still have the chicken seitan, and you guys can use chicken, just because I use seitan doesn't mean you can't use what you eat. And I want to make a little pasta salad out of what I have left of these feta noodles. But I'm going to do that later. I'm going to add some dressing so that it can soak in. But today I think I'm going to work on eating some of this fitness bread. And I had some brie cheese in the drawer that I forgot I bought. It was under something else. So I'm going to have that. And I'm going to have some of this fitness bread for breakfast. So what else do I have left here? I still have eggs, but not a whole lot. I have 6 eggs, so I don't want to use all those up because I'm not going shopping for a while. I still have some of my homemade jam. I have half a cucumber that's going with dinner tonight. And now I have an open can of this tomato sauce. So I'll probably have that with something in a few days. But I still have some of this cheese. I took it and I put it in a baggie. Some cheddar and some vegan Parmesan that needs to be shredded up. I can eat that with the pasta sauce. So, and I still have this tofurkey lunch meat, which will be good. I still have a little bit of the, well, actually quite a bit of the Follow Your Heart blue cheese. It's good, but not as good as the feta, so I wouldn't buy it again. I'd spend the money on the feta. And I still have these rolls, which will be good to eat with my tofurkey. And I still have plenty of lettuce. I have a few carrots left. And lots of condiments back there. So, oh, I just noticed I have more eggs back there. Let's see how many are in there. So I have 4 eggs. I'm going to take those out and switch them over there. So I have 10 eggs. So I can eat those for breakfast. And so anyway, that's what I have in my refrigerator that I need to use up. I still have lots of olives, more jam, some almond milk, of course my creamer. I still have some, this is kombucha concentrate. I can make some kombucha with that in my soda machine. Still have lots of cooking wine, some drinking wine, and some more condiments down there. And a big thing of garlic. So that's what I have in my refrigerator. Still lots of food, lots of possibilities to make meals. Some people might think, oh, there's nothing to eat in there, but for me, I see lots of things to eat. All right, so I will meet you at the stove. All right, well, today is also Tea Tuesday, so happy Tea Tuesday. Tuesday again. So here is my fitness bread. And what I did was I took a chunk of my brie cheese and I nuked it in the microwave for 30 seconds. So I'm going to have it like a baked brie with my fitness bread for breakfast. And here I wanted to show you the muffins that I made. They're not epic, but they're edible. And I ended up making a dozen big ones. They're banana and 6 small ones. So let me show you what they look like. Now some of them I baked a little longer than the others, and the ones that I baked longer are actually better. But this is what they look like. And it's a dense muffin, but it does have good flavor. So, you know, just using things that I wanted to use up, and let's say I didn't have any eggs, or I didn't have any sour cream or yogurt or whatever. You could make your own just by letting it ferment on your counter for a day or two, and you'll come up with yogurt. Okay, so my tea for today is going to be dandelion tea. I like dandelion tea. Some people use it as a substitute for coffee. It's made with dandelion root, and it does have health benefits. I don't know what they are. I have to look it up. But anyway, dandelion tea. So, and you know, if you have dandelions in your yard, you can, as long as they're organic and not sprayed, you can dig up the roots and dry them and make your own dandelion tea. But I haven't gotten to that point yet, so. But anyway, this is my fitness bread, and I'm just going to cut this up in pieces instead of crackers, and put some of this brie cheese on here. And yummy. My European roots are coming out because this is the kind of stuff you eat in Germany for breakfast. Very tasty. So there's breakfast, day 63. Okay, I'm back. My mouth is no longer full. And then I have this pasta left, and it has a little bit of the chicken in it from, not chicken, the seitan chicken from last night, but that's okay with the tomato sauce. And I'm just going to add some of this Gerard's to it and turn it into a cold pasta salad. And eat it that way. So pasta, if you have leftover pasta, you can make all kinds of dishes with it and change it up. You know, this was a hot pasta to begin with. with spinach and cherry tomatoes, and now I'm going to eat it cold as a salad because you can put feta cheese in a salad, right? So the reason I want to make this now is so that the flavors soak in, so that by tonight it'll be all soaked in. All right, so, and then later with my tea, I'm going to have one of these muffins. But right now, I'm going to eat my breakfast and drink my coffee. So cheers. I'll be back in a little while with more. Here's my project for today. It's not much of a project, but I have random things, recipe books and magazine clippings and eyeglass cases and all sorts of things. And then here I have my incense, and it's just not burning. I don't know why. But anyway, yeah, this is one of my projects for the day. Clean that up. So this is what it looks like before, and it seems like my table always gets my junk. I'm not sure how to stop doing that. I've tried baskets, and then the baskets fill up, and then I still have junk. So any good suggestions? How do you guys keep your kitchen table or dining room table cleared off of stuff? Tuesday. I don't have any exotic tea here. I'm going to drink my other tea later. I forget what I made. Anyway, this is just Red Rose English breakfast decaf tea. And I put a little bit of Tarani, I think it was cinnamon sweetener in, and it's tasty. Sometimes plain things are the tastiest. So I've been sitting here going through all my big stash of clipped articles and things like that. I was just going to throw the whole caboodle away. But then I decided I was just going to kind of glance through some of it. And I'm glad I did, because I'm finding some recipes I'm looking through to get ideas to help me cook down my freezer and things like that. And that doesn't mean I'm just looking for vegetarian recipes. Sometimes what I do is I'll take a recipe for chicken or beef or something like that, and instead of using the animal product in there, I'll just substitute it for a seitan or something that I have in my freezer. So I like to cook that way, be flexible with it, and that way I can still enjoy the foods that I used to like before I became vegetarian. Now, I've been vegetarian for probably about 9 years now, and before that I was pescatarian for about, I'd say 4 years, maybe 5, I don't know. But now I'm just vegetarian. So I've been looking through these clippings, and some of them have some decorating ideas that I still like. And since I'm redecorating my living room, it's giving me some good ideas. So I did order some macrame things on Amazon, and I'm waiting for them to arrive. So I hope I like them. If not, I'll just have to send them back. But I'm trying to get a very eclectic vibe going on in my living room, sort of traditional and boho and eclectic, and that's what I like, you know, rather than just, okay, I have a modern style or I have a traditional style. I like a mix of different styles. If I like a piece, I like it. You know, I don't care if it's different than what I usually have. So I've been doing that today, and then I found an MP3 player that I haven't listened to the music on that in a very long time. In fact, I didn't even remember what was on there. And it was really fun listening to all this music that I had recorded on this little MP3 player. So I was listening to that, and listening to music always makes things more pleasant when you have a job that's drudgery. So that was fun, and so I don't know what I'm going to do with it because it takes a battery, and the batteries don't last very long. But I have to see if I can get that music onto something else. But we'll see. You know, you find these things that you haven't seen in a long time, and then you start enjoying them again. So, yeah, the purging is continuing, but just with paperwork. And so it's not real exciting. There's nothing to show you. But so another Tea Tuesday, and I'm going to, another thing I've been saving are some of the web addresses that I had cut out. And I think what I want to do is get a notebook for each category. Of course, I have cookbook notebooks. I'll just add those to that. But maybe I'll make like a decorating board. You know how you make like a dream board for the decorating ideas that I have. And of course, you can't do everything in one room, but I have several rooms that I would like to, you know, spiffy up in the house. But I'm just starting with the downstairs for now, and then I'll work my way upstairs later on. Because otherwise I get too big of a mess and everything is pulled out, and I don't want to do that. So one thing I'm doing with the recipes that I'm saving to give me ideas is trying to get recipes that are more on the simple side, because you know, a lot of times you find these really fancy recipes and you think, oh, that would be wonderful to make that for a party or something. But then in reality, you just stick to the tried and true and simple. And so that's part of the simplifying too, unless you really want to be a gourmet cook, which I'm not. You know, I'm a pretty basic cook, but I do like to experiment in the kitchen and have fun with it. So, but I'm trying to keep it simple and just keep it to the ingredients that I have for now. And as I'm doing this process of purging my food, I'm really getting a good sense of what to rebuy in the future and what, yeah, no, it just didn't work out. So I'm trying to get more basic with my shopping list, just like everything else. So the more basic things, the more I can combine and mix and match. And that's sort of my goal with this. Now, when I'm saving recipes, I always want to ask myself, now, is this something that I can realistically make for one person? Something with not too many ingredients that I have to go out and buy. So that's one thing I keep in mind when I'm saving recipes. And when I do save recipes, it's more for ideas than it is for following a recipe step by step, unless I'm baking. If I'm baking something, I'm not that great of a baker. Some things turn out great, some things are not so much. But I try and keep that in mind too, to downsize it into a reasonable portion for one person or two people. So I also try and do that. Now, as I'm going through all this paperwork, I'm purging, I would say 90% of it is going in the trash. And I'm just very mindfully going over the whole thing and just keeping what I realistically think I may actually go to and use. So one of the notebooks that I'm putting together has health information, some easy exercises, some herbal information, and things like this that is from Women's Day from years ago, and it's foods and drugs and herbs that don't mix. So I'll put that in with that. And so those sorts of things, very useful information that I'm keeping. And like I said, basic recipes that I think I will cook because they won't be too complicated. What I'd like to do is get some basic sauce recipes, basic dressing recipes for salads, so that I can mix and match all those with pasta or rice or any kind of protein, whether it be tofu or any kind of flavored seitan. Just a mix and match thing to make it easy, that just to pull a few ingredients out of the pantry, refrigerator, and freezer and put together a delicious meal. So anyway, that's how I'm spending my day today. It's very pleasant outside. The sun is shining. It's very relaxing. And rather than digging things out, I'm just sitting and doing some things today. So I like to alternate between doing something physical and doing something not physical. Today is a low energy, not physical day. So I'll be back later with dinner. All right, dinner, day 63. All right, I'm going to have this pasta salad with this cucumber and pasta salad. And I'm going to put some of this vegan pepperoni in here. And some olives. Let's see, and some capers. Now it already has feta cheese in it. So I think I could put a little bit of this, trying to get rid of this earth-grown, not my favorite. So I'm going to put a little bit of that in there. And that is going to be dinner. So I'll meet you at the stove. I'm going to put together my pasta salad. And this is just left over from a hot pasta dish. So I'm going to add a little bit of my homemade vegan pepperoni. Not too much. I cut up that cucumber. That's going in. And some green olives, Spanish olives. Cut those up. Those are going in. And this is just a real simple thing to do with leftover pasta. And I'm going to add a little bit of that mozzarella cheese, just because I want to get rid of it. And then I'm going to put in a few capers. That'll add some salt. And I think that'll add a good flavor. And that's it. I'm going to stir that up, and then that will be dinner tonight. And that will be the last of the pasta from my best friend and neighbor. So I had 3 different meals from the same pasta from the original one. So now I don't feel like I ate the same thing for 3 days in a row because I changed it up. All right, let's give it a try. Get a little bit of everything and give it a taste. I almost like it this way the best. All right, there we have it. Dinner day 63. And I'm going to keep going. I hope you guys aren't getting too bored with this, but I really need to cook down that freezer and the refrigerator. But it goes from the freezer into the refrigerator. So it's a cycle. All right, my friends. That's all I have for you today. I want to wish you abundant blessings. I love you guys. Be good to yourself. Be good to others. God bless you. And I'll see you next time. If you enjoyed this video, please subscribe, comment, and like. Thanks for watching.